Hard physical labor while someone's yelling in your face doesn't look like it'd be any fun at all. Just getting enough air to keep going can be a challenge out here. Tearing across the waves of Percy Priest Lake near Nashville in long, narrow boats, similar to what you'd see in the Olympics. The Nashville Rowing Club is on the lake at daylight just about every summer Saturday. Some of the club's members practice for competitions. Others just like a nice quiet skim over the water before the bass boats and jet skis show up. And there is always a chance to learn and get better.
So lay back, hold it there, arms away, then arms back in. There you go.
And while Tennessee is not producing any top-of-the-line international competitors quite yet, some of these hometown local rowers are pretty good. Forrest Chance has won medals in national competition, and he is known in the club as someone who has the mechanics of rowing pretty well down. Even so, Forrest says it's a pretty good day if he pulls on the oars 500 times, and 1 or 2 are just right.
Once you hit the perfect stroke, it's something that you know when you've hit it. It's the boat just flies to the water. That's the only way I can describe it. It's almost as if you take off and you're flying at that point.
Rowing on this level is a relatively small but slowly growing sport in Tennessee. Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Oak Ridge all have active rowing clubs, but it's not for everyone or every place. You need a lot of relatively calm water. The boats are fragile and expensive, and most of all, it's a lot harder than it looks. As a general rule, you can't just jump in and take off. The Nashville Rowing Club requires several hours of classes on dry land before they'll let you in the boat.
Rowing is a very awkward motion. You know, you're sitting backwards in a boat, you're going forward and backwards with an oar that's going the opposite direction you are. So what we try to tell people is, you know, those first couple of days on the water, it's going to feel terrible, but it gets better. Each stroke gets better.
These boats are so light and so touchy that even turning your head the wrong way or holding your hands a few inches out of place can slow you down. A strong back and arms and legs are important, but the real challenge is getting them to work together, moving that muscle power down the oars and into the water in the most efficient way.
Hit, down, long, hit, down, long.
And in the larger boats, the leader of the team does not row at all. The coxswain, usually one of the smallest and lightest members of the club, rides up front, guides the boat, and sets the pace.
My name is Beck. I am 110 pounds. I'm 5'1" and 3/4.
Get ready to pick it up.
And I was the perfect weight for a coxswain, perfect height, so I got thrown into the front seat.
The rowers are like a small orchestra following their conductor, and it has to be very clear who is in charge.
You're the on-water coach. You're there. You're motivating them.
Rope 3/4.
Well, coxswains are very authoritative, demanding. You have to show who's in control of the boat.
High 10 right here. 1.
And this is just practice. Imagine what she must be like in a race. One of the best things about this sport is that it's entirely okay to start late. If you're 30 or 40 years old and you've never played baseball or football or soccer, it's not going to happen. You've missed your chance. But rowing, you can start any time, and if you put in the work, you can be competitive. Forrest didn't start rowing until he was in college, and some of the other rowers picked it up even later. TWRA Assistant Director Steve Patrick was, let's just say he was over 40.
It took about 8 months to get comfortable, and then I'm just now feeling like I can start working on technique.
But like anything else, this gets better with practice. And whether you want to race or just ride around, the goals are the same. A good day on the water and getting that stroke just right, just one more time. I'm Craig Owensby on Tennessee's Wild Side.